Why do we think some things are related when they aren't? Why illusory correlation happens? There are two sorts of illusory correlations: expectancy-based and distinctiveness-based illusory correlations. The former occurs when we mistakenly see relationships due to our pre-existing expectations surrounding them. The latter happens when a relationship is believed to exist between two variables due to focusing too much on information that stands out. Both of these illusory correlations can be attributed to our brain's use of heuristics or mental shortcuts. As a result of the availability heuristic, variable pairings that come to mind easily, either because they appear often or because they are quick to grasp, are seen as correlated. This is because this pairing is more distinct than others, and will more readily come to mind when we look for correlations than pairings we haven't seen before. Confirmation bias has been linked to illusory correlation, as we look for relations that confirm our pre-existing beliefs surrounding two variables. Example number 1, looking for patterns in finance. Financial analysts and investors are often subject to illusory correlation. A 2011 paper found that a certain stock price pattern is associated with a future downtrend in stock price. In reality, the researchers claim that this pattern does not accurately predict any future price movements. They therefore claim it is an illusory correlation that impacts trading significantly, as unusual trading upon the completion of a head and shoulders pattern averages over 40% of a day's trading volume. Because investors often associate certain price patterns with future price trends, when no such association exists, illusory correlation causes significant suboptimal decision-making in the financial world. Example number 2, CEO compensation and golf. A 2010 study found that CEOs who play golf will make more money than those who don't, average nearly 15% more, they find. This is because golf performance is taken to be a cue for corporate performance, even though they find a negative correlation between the two. The association between golf performance and corporate performance is actually an illusory correlation. The researchers speculate that this is because CEO remuneration decisions involve observations of soft social skills such as golfing, and golf clubs are also settings in which other relevant business actors socialize. How to avoid illusory correlation. A 2011 study found that illusory correlations can be reduced by understanding under what conditions our minds tend to misperceive relations. We tend to see false correlations in areas and circumstances that we have little knowledge or personal experience in. The researchers therefore concluded that developing evidence-based educational programs should be effective in helping people detect and reduce their own illusions. 6. We may be able to combat the illusory correlations that we are particularly susceptible to in areas we aren't familiar with by becoming more informed in those areas. Illusory correlation is when we see an association between two variables, events, actions, ideas, etc. When they aren't actually associated.